And now we're going to make the empanada dough. Add 2 cups of flour into the sieve, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and now sift all of the dry ingredients into a large bowl. Make sure that all the clumps are out and getting ready for the wet ingredients that are to come. It's time to move on to the wet ingredients. What we have here is 4 tablespoons of lard, 2 tablespoons of butter, and then you're going to add 1 whole egg plus an egg yolk. And then you got cold water. We've got about a half cup of cold water that you slowly add and start mixing. And you want to make sure that the consistency of the dough is soft, pliable, almost like a pie crust dough. So first you're going to want to get a large skillet or saute pan. You're going to turn it on medium heat. We've got our mazola oil, corn oil, of course it's cholesterol free. You're going to have 2 teaspoons of the mazola corn oil into the pan. Let it get nice and warm, then make sure that your pan is hot. We now have 1 medium onion, minced, 2 cloves of garlic, minced. And so once that is happening, we're going to add now 1 medium celery, small diced. We decided to use the Fuji apples for our apple compote. And you're going to want to have about 2 apples that have been peeled and cut. Now we'd like to move on and add the jalapenos, and so this is where the spicy part comes in. And again, up to you in terms of 2 to 3 jalapenos. And now we're going to add a half a cup of chicken broth. We've got about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, the black pepper, about a teaspoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of dark brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin, and 1/8 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And then finally what we do is add about a 1/4 cup of freshly chopped cilantro to the mixture. Now you've got your filling, you've got your dough cut out, we're ready to assemble. So what you're going to want to do is, once you put the filling inside the middle of the dough circle like that, have a little jar of water next to you, a little bowl of water, because you're going to get your finger and dab it in the water a little bit. And go along the edge, one edge of the empanada. And that's going to serve as your glue. That will really nicely bind it over. So then turn it over, the dough, over the filling. Exactly like Art's doing now. Press down on it gently. You don't want to break through the dough. And then you're going to grab a fork. And with the fork, the tines of the fork, you're going to press down. This is going to seal, making sure the filling will not ooze out of your empanada. And now that you have your empanadas nice and assembled, you're ready for the frying stage. So in a large frying pan, add enough of the mazola corn oil to the pan to completely cover the empanada. Heat the oil to the frying stage. Art just brought out the thermometer right now, and so if you don't have a thermometer, you're going to want to make sure that it's about 360, 375 degrees. Again, if you don't have a thermometer, just add a little ball of dough in there. And once it starts sizzling, like we're seeing right now with this empanada that's in there, you know the oil's ready to go and you're ready to start frying. Now don't overcrowd your pan with a bunch of empanadas. You're just going to get a mushy mess. And there we go. Enjoy.